Quick picks.
It's a rare. All right, hello. Quick picks. I look good today. I look good in this outfit.
You look like a football coach. You look kind of trim.
I look athletic.
You do. I mean, you're wearing athletic clothes.
I'm not athletic, but I used to be.
You used to be athletic.
Yeah, well, I used to be here every day. Now I'm not. So, what have I got? I'm in the NBA. I actually won a bet last night in college basketball. You know why?
Why?
Because I waited. I waited till halftime to live bet it, and I correctly surmised that Florida, who had played like ass, was only down 3. Now they ended up falling down by 12. I could have got it at a better number, but I hit it twice. I hit it at plus 110 and at plus 145. If I'd have waited, I'd have got it at like plus 250. But anyway. But I was going to bet pregame. I was going to bet Houston money line because I believed in them. I watched first half, and I deduced Florida was going to win. I might have to do that from now on for college basketball because I was just so bad at college basketball this tournament.
Did you hear about the bet that we found yesterday?
Yeah, the five. It ended up hitting, right?
Great, yeah.
So they had to come back from 5 and then win.
Yeah, but
either team could do it.
Yeah, and then they could do it at either point in the game.
But so that also. Like,
but if Florida,
a 5-point deficit is not much. Like that's very doable.
Yeah, but like a team can go up 5-0, and then if the other team gets up 20-15, it's over because one of them's going to win.
That's right.
So if you have a close game, that's like a pick'em game.
But if
I love that strategy.
If Houston was never down 5 last night,
they were not. Yeah. But Florida won.
Yeah. All right. I'm in the association. I actually like 2, and I think the one I sent to you was. I ended up sending you Nets, right? I like the Knicks and the Nets tonight.
But the Knicks are favored tonight.
Huh?
The Knicks are favored tonight.
Over the Celtics, which tells me you got to bet them all day, every day. They'd opened at 2.5-point Celtics favorite. Now it's a 2-point Knicks favorite.
There are a lot of guys that are questionable for Boston.
Yeah.
I know Porzingis went through shoot around, but Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Drew Holiday.
Yeah.
You're saying a
lot of words. And this isn't
4
my pick.
starters.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
I like the Nets at home. 2 awful teams. Bets between awful teams hit 2. So
yeah,
I like the Nets -3 at home against the Pelicans. The Pelicans are just absolutely going through the motions right now. Nets -3 at home against the Pelicans. That's my play.
Okay, why don't we ask for a chat play to fill in a third leg?
What's Megan's play?
Megan did send in a play.
Kyle Tucker over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. I believe he is the best hitter in baseball right now. I know he's up there in the NL. I think he has the highest WAR so far.
Cubs are also 8-5 after starting 0-2 in Japan. So they won 8 of their last 11. That's how math would work to me.
Wagon.
Yeah, they're pretty good. Now, she's not here, so I can't say it to her. But with how cold it is, I hesitate to bet somebody's hitting prop in weather this cold. But obviously,
I agree. It was so cold last night. Big Cat went to the first 3 innings last night.
Yeah, so cold. It was 35 degrees at the high temperature yesterday was 35 degrees.
The feels like was, I think, 19.
Jesus Christ. I don't know what the weather is right now. I assume they play tonight. So, yeah, the high today is 42 degrees. So it'll probably
be 35 during the game.
Shit, that's so cold.
Who's your favorite current Cub non-Kyle Tucker?
I got a soft spot for Dansby Swanson for being on the Braves championship team. He had the final out of the Braves 2021 World Series win. So I'd have to go Dansby Swanson. Justin Steele's a Mississippi guy, though, so I'd also say him.
Where in Mississippi?
He's from George County, which is way down there.
Where'd he go to college?
He didn't. He went straight to the draft.
You can do that in baseball?
Yeah.
Oh.
It happens more often than not.
I thought they all play college. All right.
They do not all play college.
How many rounds is the MLB draft?
It used to be like a shit ton. Now I think is it 20 or 40? Is it 20? Oh. They've cut it down.
It used to be 52. Now it's 20.
20.
52.
Yeah. It used to be 52. They used to go on forever. Yeah.
It used to be like a whole week almost.
Yeah.
Is that televised?
Justin Steele is from George County. There is a 1990s. Early 2000s Buffalo Bills receiver from George County.
1990s?
Played at Mississippi State. I would say he got in the league probably around 95 and played until probably 2005 or 6.
Eric Moulds?
It is Eric Moulds. That's correct. Yeah.
He's a good receiver.
Very good.
Very good.
Underrated, underappreciated now. He was damn good.
I think his best year was 2003? With Drew Bledsoe?
So her pick was Kyle Tucker?
2002?
Correct.
And mine was Nets -3. Give us a chat play for the parlay.
Chat is going to go with Ottawa at Columbus over 6.5 on the ice.
Senators and Blue Jackets over 6.5. All right, now what do you got?
All right, I'm going to get fucky. I'm going to do my own ladder, 7 days, not 10 days, 7 days. Because realistically, if we got to day 10 of ladder and we're risking $5,000, that is taxable, and that is a lot of money.
Substantial.
I feel very nervous about that. So what I did, I said this to Lukey on Friday, we're going to roll it out after college basketball, is a personal ladder. We're going to try for 7 days. But what we're also going to do is we're going to do descending odds. So every day, the first 3 days are going to be even money. And after that, it's going to get more favorable. It's like minus 105, minus 110, minus 115. And then I believe the last play will be minus 125. So it's going to be a bunch of alternate line stuff. I do have a parlay in the DraftKings Sportsbook right now that this is based off of with much more watered down numbers. So the parlay is Paolo Banchero over 2+ 3-pointers. Paolo Banchero over 34.5 combined points and assists. Rudy Gobert over 27 plus combined points, rebounds, assists, and Giannis over 6.5 assists. I have watered that down quite a bit for this parlay. It gets it out to plus 102, so just a plus one. I did just put in the Barstool betting group for anyone looking to ride. This should be fun. We got Paolo Banchero 30 plus combined points and assists. He's done this in his last 4 versus Atlanta and 11 of his last 12 games. Paolo Banchero 4+ assists, so overlapping props right there. Done this in 9 of his last 10 games and his last 8 games against Atlanta. Giannis 30+ combined points and assists. He's done this in 19 of his last 21 games. No Dame, he's their really only offense. He's been getting a ton of assists lately. Good flare might be a Giannis triple-double. And then Rudy Gobert, Big Roo, 10+ rebounds. He's done this in 7 straight games, averaging 16.5. And in his last 6 games against Milwaukee, averaging 14 boards per. So those 4 plays, very watered down, gets you to plus 102, $10 to win a little over 20. And we will hopefully, if we win that, we'll roll that over into tomorrow and do a 20 to 40.
All right, so the parlay that we have today is Nets -3, Kyle Tucker over 1.5 total bases, and Ottawa and Columbus over 6.5 goals. What's our parlay, Pat?
Plus 628.
Plus 628. Anything else?
So you're obviously, I don't want to say your brand, but you love nostalgia.
I do.
What is one show that you watched when you were growing up that if it came back in some type of reboot, you would not even consider watching? Like Fuller House, I did not touch that show, honestly. Full House, I think, honestly sucked. Like watching some of the episodes now,
it's not as good
terrible.
It's not. It's a shame that it's more famous than Family Matters was. Family Matters was way better.
So
show.
much better.
Way better show. That I watched back then that I wouldn't watch now. Well, there's some like Night Court I watched back then. I don't watch now. Like, and when I was a kid, I watched Alf. I wouldn't watch Alf. That's something that culturally just didn't last.
Yeah,
it was so big in like 1989, it just didn't last. What would I not watch now?
That was one of my dad's favorites.
I'm a nostalgia guy. I feel like I would watch most of them.
Did you were too old for Full House, right?
No, Full House was right in the right.
Did you watch Fuller House?
I did because my daughter watched it. She liked it.
Okay, that's a fair
I
excuse.
watched some of them. It was Full House. Like it was schmaltzy. It was pretty terrible, but you're comfortable and familiar with the characters.
Yeah. I do like in Fuller House how they had the original. Even though it was Jodie Sweetin. Am I making this up? Was she like on crack for a while?
I think she was on drugs, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, here, I got one more for you.
All right.
Family Matters. You're a collector.
Uh-huh.
Eddie Winslow's car that he fixed up.
Yeah, the old cop car.
That looked super cool after he fixed it up with the
purple
little pink
with the yellow stripe
wave.
going down the line.
Yes. What would be a fair market value for that right now? How much is that car worth in 2025?
Are you saying how much is that car worth if it were on the street as its own car, or how much is the car from Family Matters worth?
The car from Family Matters.
Okay.
The one of one, Eddie Winslow, fixed it up with his dad, Carl. Very cool looking car. I would say it's the coolest looking car.
I would say $250,000.
I feel like that's way underpriced.
You think it's a
How much? Like,
You think it's $1 million?
Classic cars? There's got to
I
be
think the
somebody.
market for classic cars is cratering right now because Generation Z doesn't give a fuck.
I mean, you've been car shopping way more recently than I have.
Yeah.
$250?
I don't know. I don't fucking know. How am I gonna? You're asking me to create a price out thin air.
Do you think that is the coolest car?
It's one of them, but I wouldn't mind that little Urkel 1-seater car, that little 2-seater car that he had.
But you wouldn't feel great driving that around.
Yeah.
The Eddie Winslow one.
I mean, Knight Rider. It's hard to beat Knight Rider.
Shit, yeah. Great theme song.
The A-Team van.
Ringtone.
The A-Team van. But that was such a niche car because it was on one episode. You never saw.
No,
you never saw it.
It's in his intro when they say.
Yeah, but he's watching it right on the intro. But he's not.
But then technically,
he's not.
Yes.
That car never shows up again in an episode, right? I don't remember.
Right. I just think about it from him, like kind of polishing it up. And smiling.
Remember when they do the work and then he's like, Dad, I'm gonna go get my best friend, and then he puts it in drive and he just drives like 3 feet and says, "Dad, get in."
Yeah.
And then Carl's like that.
That is a sneaky good moment.
That's not sneaky. That might be the moment of the series.
I haven't thought about that one.
Yeah,
because my favorite.
Remember when Harriet's like, "Waldo, could we have some privacy?" And Waldo gets in the car and rolls the window up.
My favorite dad moment like that is actually from Boy Meets World. When you were?
I know I wasn't a Boy Meets World guy.
There's a scene where the whole episode is they're neighbors with Mr. Feeney, and Mr. Feeney pays Corey to paint his fence.
Yeah.
And so he paints it, but then the paint kind of goes onto the other side, so it looks messy. So Mr. Feeney's like, "Well, you didn't really do it. This looks terrible." He's like, "I need you to repaint it." And then his best friend Sean comes over and is like, "Hey, there's a big water gun fight. Like, let's go." And Corey's like, I can't. I have to finish painting this fence. I have to do work." And then his dad's like, "I got it." And he's like, "Well, this is my job." He's like, "Your job is to remain 11 years old for as long as you can." And that's my favorite TV moment.
That's pretty good. I like that.
Yeah. Shout out to Mark Plutman.
Can I leave?
Yeah, we're done.
All right.
See you guys.
It's a rare condition in this thing.